How's it going, guys? I'm the FM Star and I'm back with another Football Manager 2016 tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create your very own club in the FM editor. This is the one out of the game. There is a game mode where you can create your own club, but I feel that the club you create is too similar to the clubs that you've based it on. So this method is going to show you how to create your own club and give you your own feel of the club and control every aspect. So the first thing you want to do is you want to open up the FM editor. This can be found in Steam under Library, then Tools, then you can download it from there and then just open it up. Click on Database, go into Clubs, and you want to add new club. So we're on to the main details page. So the name, you're going to put in your name. So just for this I'm just going to do London FC because I've already created all my kits and badges. The nickname is what the press are going to refer to them, so like the Gunners, things like that, the Red Devils, all the nicknames. Nation, this is the nation that you're based in, not necessarily the nation that you play in, but where you're based. So we're in England because it's London, and then city is the city you are based in. London. So there we go. So we're a professional club. You can do semi-professional, amateur, always amateur. There's no chance of turning into a professional club, or none. So we're going to be professional. Morale at 20, so let's do 15, 20 being the highest. And reputation is at 10,000. Now bearing in mind Barcelona are about 9,200. Base it off of that, let's say 8,800 for this club. Reserve teams, this is for sort of the under 18s, under 21s, that kind of thing. But I tend to leave that blank for the Premier League because it already sorts it out yourself. Ownership, this is who owns the club. It doesn't have a huge impact, to be honest. So type of chairman, just the title they're given. So chairman. Limited liability, public limited, is just differing whether they're floated on the stock market or not, and so you can generate extra funds. That's sort of more for smaller clubs. We're a big club, so we'll just stick with limited liability. Member owned, elections and no elections. Elections is where every few years there will be an election to determine who will be the chairman, and then they can promise to bring in new money, build a new stadium, a new manager. If they're elected, they'll bring in those things. But we're going to leave it as limited liability company for now. Right, onto stadium. The best thing to do here is you go back into database, go down to the Stadiums tab and click Add. So we will call the stadium the London Park. It is based in London and the owner is going to be the name of your club. So London FC, there we are. Capacity, I'll say 50,000 for now. Seating capacity, 50,000, so there's 50,000 seats. 60,000 expansion capacity and used capacity is 50,000. Just might as well make it the maximum so you can get as many people in as you can. Pitch length and width, leave those the same, they're all fine. Pitch type grass, yep, you need that for the Premier League. Deterioration slow, and recovery rate 20, that's so it just stays in good condition throughout the whole season. You can lower those if you're a low level team where you won't have the facilities to repair the pitch. Build date, I might set that at the beginning of the season, so it's a brand new stadium, and for the Premier League, undersoil heating, that's a requirement. So if you go back to clubs, and then we search our club, and exit again, so that's all stadium done. Finances, this is where you set up the finance section, so your balance, how much money you have in the bank, your remaining transfer budget and your remaining wage budget. The sugar daddy status, foreground is they'll pump money into the club if you're low on money. Background is occasionally put money in, and underwriter is if you go into debt they will put in just enough money to get you out of debt. You can set whether they're in administration, transfer embargo so they can't buy anything. Stadium rental, seems though we own the club, seems though we own the stadium, we don't need to do that. Average match ticket, season ticket price, So to set these around £40 and £800, and number of season ticket holders, let's say 35,000 out of 50,000. Other income, this is where you set up things such as kit sponsors, things like that. So that's the amount of money you're going to get at the beginning of every season. Debts and FFP stuff, not really needed. These don't have a huge impact. Season ticket cup matches. So this will say if you go in the FA Cup and then sort it by nation and go to England. It's probably not going to show up now. No, I can't find it. Okay, but you can select which competition it is, and the season ticket will give you, say, 3 matches in this competition. Then you have to buy them yourself. So it's another sort of way of generating income. Competitions. This is the most important one, really. The division. So Barclays Premier League. And the last division was also the Barclays Premier League, and just set a last position, say 5th, so that you are entered into the FA Cup and the Capital One Cups. That will get you into the cups if you do that. If not, you won't be able to compete in those cups for the first season. Tactical attributes, this is just instructing how your team will play, so whether you're going to play attacking football, whether you're going to play out wide, whether you're going to play at higher tempo or a lower tempo, that kind of thing. Supporter profile is how your fans will act, whether they're loyal, whether they've got a lot of money. If they've got a lot of money, then they're going to buy more in the club shop, so you'll get more merchandise income. Loyalty is they'll stick with the club if you're going through a bad time. Patience is they're more likely to stick with you and the players if they're not playing well. Contract types, they can just be left as blank because we're a professional club. Kits and colours, you can change the 3D match engine view of your kits. Staff and players, this is where you can set up all your backroom staff and the players you have to start with. You can create your own, which I made a tutorial on, so if you want to go and watch that, I'll leave a link in the description. Or you can just add your own players as you want to. Let's just say Messi. There's quite a lot of Messis actually. Sort of a club. Let's try and find Lionel Messi. Let's see Barcelona, there he is. So now we've got Messi in our team. Next is players on loan, you've got in on loan and players that you're going out on loan, so you can set that up if you want. Relationships, this is set up rivals, so because we're a London club and I support Arsenal, let's hate Tottenham. That's not how you spell Tottenham. There we go, Tottenham. So 100 out of 100, so it's real hatred between these clubs. And reason, local, yeah. Competitive is just say you're always competing with each other for similar positions in the league. And yeah, favourite people, dislike people, and history. Those stuff isn't really necessary because you're a brand new club, but if you want to add history, then you can. Now the next thing you want to do, this is very, very important, is you've created your club and you've set yourself in the Premier League, but there are now 21 teams in the Premier League and there's a maximum of 20 allowed. So what you've got to do is you've got to go and remove one of the clubs. Now what I like to do is I just pick a low team, say Aston Villa, because they're not as competitive in the league. So go into them, click edit, and just simply click the extinct tick box there, and yes. That will remove the team doesn't exist anymore, and then now you're back down to the required 20 people in the team. So then you want to go up to File and save the edited data. I've already created the club, so I will see you in the game and I will show you how to enable this and use your own database. Okay, so we're now in the game. What you want to do is you come up to New Career Game. This is the other option here, Football Manager Create a Club, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to use regular Football Manager, and we're just going to wait for the next screen to pop up. Okay, so editor data files, we've got custom, so we can choose which one we want. That's the one we want to use. Click OK, and we will progress onto the next tab where we can choose our databases. As you can see, I probably have a few too many databases, but for the one I'm going to use here, I'm going to use London FC. So click that, then click confirm. Okay, this is where you choose the regions. Just for this tutorial, I'm just going to select England so it loads a bit faster, and Premier League. So now if you didn't add any staff, you want to untick this, do not add key staff. This will give you your assistant manager, head of youth development, chief scout, head physio. And if you didn't add any players, you can click add players to playable teams. I'm just going to leave that like that. And then you want to click start game, click to start, and then that will begin setting everything up. And here we are in the game. We've got our own club, as you can see. I've got my own badge, London FC. We can look on the club. I've made my own kits. We've got the stadiums all done, and the finances. I gave myself a lot of money, but as you can see, I've now got all of the things that I wanted to put into my club. I didn't add any players, so we've got all these pre-contract people. But if you add your own players, then it will give you some regens that you can use, although they're not very good. Even if you're a top level club, they're only about 100 potential current ability, so it's not really worth it. You might as well just add your own players that already exist. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found this tutorial useful. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this tutorial and any future tutorials I can do and make. But yeah, be sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. I've been the FM Star. Bye bye.